So, students, today we are start with our some basic accounting terminologies, or I can say some accounting keywords from which we should being familiar with. So, in this, our first terminology is capital. So, our first terminology is capital. What is capital? So, students, in accounting, you will listen this word again and again and so many times. So, capital is the amount which is invested by the owner to run his business. It means whatever amount that has been invested by the proprietor of the business, that amount is called capital. So it may be in form of, the capital may be in form of cash, in form of goods, in form of any type of asset. Okay, so it is the amount with the help of which goods and assets are being purchased in the business in future. Okay, so that is called the capital for any business enterprise. Again, I am telling you, the amount that has been invested by the owner or the businessman to run his business, that amount has been called capital. And capital may be in form of cash, in form of goods, in form of asset. In any form it can be bring into the business. Okay, so after capital, I am taking the second word as drawings. Students, drawing is that amount which has been withdrawn by the owner from the business for met his personal use. It means for his personal use, whenever the businessman has withdrawn any amount from the business funds, that amount has been called as drawings. Okay, or any payment made out of the business funds for his personal use, for the personal use of our owner, that amount has been called as drawings. Now come to the third point that I have taken as liability. So it refers to the amount which the business owes to outsiders. So whenever any amount that our business owes to someone else that are not connected to our business, or I can say outsiders to them, those people are called liability to us. One of this example are creditors. What are creditors? We will discuss in this session. So after liability, I am taking its opposite, that is assets. So what are assets? Anything which is in the possession or is the property of a business. It means anything which is in the possession of our business, or I can say the property of our business. So those things are called assets. In other words, I can describe it that anything which will enable a business enterprise to get cash or a benefit in future is an asset. It means by selling these you can earn the cash and get the benefit. Like I'm putting the examples, cash and bank. So the cash that is available with you, or your cash that has been held in your bank, or I can say stock, whatever stock you have, that is also your asset. Furniture, machine, whatever your business have possession, all are called your assets. Now we have classified the assets into many segments, in which first is non-current asset. Non-current assets. So non-current assets has been classified into two terms, that is tangible assets and intangible assets. So let me explain you, students. First I will tell you that what are non-current assets. So non-current assets are those assets which are held for the continued use in the business, or I can say which are used for more than 1 year in the business, are called non-current assets. Like land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, vehicles. So these are our non-current assets. Now we have segmented it into two parts, that is tangible assets and intangible assets. So tangible assets are which have their physical existence. It means you can see these assets, you can touch these assets. Okay, in other words, those assets which can be seen and touched are called tangible assets, like land and building, like plant and machinery, like furniture, like motor vehicles. Okay, so these are your tangible assets. Now come to the intangible part. Intangible assets, those assets which do not have any physical existence. It means physically they don't exist. So is there any asset that doesn't have physical existence, but these are still our assets? So let me explain, students. The example of such assets are patents, copyrights, trademarks, computer software. So these are our intangible assets. So let me take the one, that is patent. Students, do you know what patents are? Patents are the know-how, or I can say the technique which you can follow to produce your goods. Okay, so these are patents. And copyrights or trademark, so these things do not have any physical existence, but these are the assets of our business because we have possession on them. Okay, so first part of our asset segmentation, that non-current assets, and the second one is current asset. It means I have removed the non from here, and that is current asset. So students, current assets are those assets which are meant for sale or which the management would want to convert into cash within 1 year. It means these assets can be converted very easily into cash within 1 year, and I can write it also called short-lived or short-lived assets. Okay, so let me take the examples of current assets, that are cash and bank. After that, stock, debtors. So these are our current assets. Okay, because they are very easily converted into cash within a reasonable short period. Okay, that's why they are called as current assets. So I have distributed I have classified assets into two parts, that is non-current assets, also classified into two parts, tangible and intangible, and another one is current assets. Okay, so non-current assets are those assets which are held for continued use in the business, and current assets that can be sold out within a short period of 1 year. Okay, so after the point assets, we will start our next point, that is debtors. So students, I have used this word so many times, so let me explain you that who are debtors. Debtors are the persons. Debtors are the persons. And whom are they? So debtors are the persons to whom we sold our goods on credit. इट मीन्स डेटर्स वो पर्सन्स हैं जिन्हें हमने अपना सामान उधार में बेचा है, एंड इन फ्यूचर दे विल लाइबल टू पे अस द अमाउंट फॉर आवर selling items. Okay, so debtors are the persons or firms to whom goods have been sold on credit and the payment has not been received from them. It means we haven't received the payment from them. Those persons are called debtors to us. Next point, that are creditors. Creditors are the opposite of debtors, and they are also persons. So creditors are those persons from whom we purchased goods on credit. It means we have purchased goods from these persons and we haven't made the payment. Okay, so creditors are the liabilities of our firm, because we will have to pay these persons sometime somewhere in future, because money is still owing to them. Okay, so I have explained two terms that are mutually relatable, that are debtors and creditors. So debtors are those persons to whom we sold our goods on credit, and creditors are those persons from whom we purchase goods on credit. Okay, next point is goods. So what goods are? Goods are those things which are purchased by the business for the purpose of resale. It means those things which we are purchasing for the purpose of resale, that are called goods for us. For example, if there is a furniture dealer, it means our businessman is a furniture dealer, then the table and chair must be goods for him. If is there any electronic dealer, then fan, TV, AC, refrigerator, all these items are termed as goods for him. So particularly those things in which a businessman is dealing, those things are called goods. Okay, after goods, let's take the another terminology, point number 8, that is expenses. So expenses are called as kharcha. or I can say expenses is the cost that is incurred in the process of production. It means if you are a manufacturing company and you are doing the production, so whatever cost you are bearing, that all are called expenses for you. Okay, or I can say that expense is the cost of use of things for the purpose of generating revenue. It means आप अपनी revenue को generate करने के लिए जब भी किसी चीज़ को use करते हैं और उसको use करने की उसकी usage की जो cost आती है, that has been called as expense. Okay, after expense come to the part that is income. So what is income? Income is that amount received from surplus. See students, before income we need to know what is revenue. Revenue is that amount which we received from sale of our goods. Okay, expenses are those costs which is incurred in the process of production, and after this production we will sell these goods, and by selling these goods the amount which we will receive, that is called revenue. And what the income called? Income is called the difference between revenue and expense. So the income is the surplus which we will gain by selling our goods, so that it is called revenue minus expense. इसका मतलब हम हमारी receipt में से जब हमारे expenses minus कर देंगे, the amount which has been left, that is called our income. Okay, so let's take the another one, that is profit. So we all are familiar with this word, that is profit, or I can say the excess of total revenue over total expenses is called profit. And profit increases the investment of the owner, because if the profit increases, the amount is again invested in the business by the owner. Okay, so this is a very easy concept and you all know the word profit. Now the next one is 11th, gain. So profit and gains are the synonyms of each other, but there is a little bit difference between them, that profit we are gaining or profit we are acquiring from the daily activities of our business, and gain we are acquiring by any incidental event happens in our business. It means whenever any incidental event happened and from which we are profiting something or we are getting any monetary benefit, that is called gain. So for example, like you are selling your old building, and by selling this building you are having a profit of rupees 2 lakh. That is called gain for you, because it is an incidental event. You do not sell the building on daily purpose. Okay, so profit and gains have a little bit difference between them. Now our next point is that you all know, and it is loss. So loss is called when our expenses becomes more than our revenue, that is called loss for us. It means जब हमारे खर्चे हमारे मनी रिसिट्स से ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं तो उसे हम लॉस कहते हैं. ओके, And in our business, loss is also having two concepts. One I have made you explain, and the second one is like loss by theft. It means अगर चोरी हो गई तो भी हमें नुकसान होगा. नेक्स्ट लॉस बाय फायर, अगर आग लग जाती है, या फिर एनी लॉस बाय एक्सीडेंट, एनी टाइप ऑफ एक्सीडेंट. The goods may be damaged, the goods may be burned in fire, goods may be theft. So these type of accidents by which we will have to face loss, that is also considered as loss. So two type of losses our business will face, that whenever our expenses are more than our revenues, and whenever there is any damage to our goods. Okay, so this was our today's class, in which we have discussed upon 12 basic terminologies of our accounting.